Hey there everyone, I'm Scott Daly with Daily Real Estate. It's January 2025 and this is the Sussex County, Delaware market update. We're going to talk about some year-over-year statistics, talk about where the market is in Sussex County, Delaware, the real estate market in general, and talk about some trends. And who are we? I'm the broker and part owner of Daily Real Estate. We're an independent, unaffiliated boutique real estate firm based in Lewis, Delaware. I work with my wife and we do real estate services, and I have been in the real estate field in land development, home building, and brokerage sales since 2002. So that's a little about us. And so let's get to it. Let's talk about the market year over year. So let's just talk about some inventory statistics and then I'll explain why they matter. The inventory is coming from the Sussex County multiple list. So this is I'm not sure this is data that's available to everyone. I don't know what the MLS lets you search if you're not a member, because I am a member. So that's just kind of where we are on that. Let me get my little cheat sheet here and we'll break out some statistics. So first I want to just talk about inventory, because generally speaking, that's really one of the drivers if you want to understand a lot about the market is what is inventory. So we're going to look at some year over year numbers. So December of 2023, December of 2024. December of 2023, about 1,500 active listings. December of 2024, there were 1,856 listings. So about 20% increase year over year in inventory. You would generally think this is good if you're looking to buy real estate, because as inventory goes up, that probably puts some pressure, some downward pressure on pricing. So we got about a 20% increase in inventory year over year. Now, in units sold, now this is closed units, which means these didn't sell more than likely in December. They sold in November or even in October, and they just went to closing in December. So this is a little bit of a lagging indicator. December 2023 had 397 closings in the MLS. December 2024 had 509 closings in the MLS. Now that's a 28% rise. So you've got a 20% increase in listings and a 28% rise in closings. Now, a lot of that had to do with the fact that we had a very warm, very dry fall here at Sussex County. And when it's warm and dry, people think about visiting the beach, living at the beach, buying at the beach. And when it gets cold, they go skiing until it gets warm again. So 20% rise in inventory, but a 28% rise in closings. And so what they do in the MLS and nationally, if you listen to like CNBC or anybody else, they're ultimately going to talk about months of inventory. And that's at the current sales rate, how long would it take to sell everything that is currently available for sales? And in December, we were looking at about a 3.6 months of inventory. In December of 2024, in December of 2023, we're looking at about 3.2 months of inventory. And all of that is to say there's a lot of seasonal variation in real estate, which is probably more true than anything else here at the beach, because this is a resort area. So the bottom line is that's all basically flat. That's noise. Now, to give you a perspective, what do all those numbers mean? Very simply this: inventory is pretty constrained. If you're looking at below 6 months of inventory, that is a market where inventory is constrained. The general consensus from somebody with a PhD from somewhere at some point in time says 6 months of inventory is about a balance. And so we're 3.2, that's not balanced. We have not been anywhere near 6 since the pandemic. But that number, believe it or not, is trending, it's trending up over like 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And again, we have been working in this market for a very long time. We have a solid understanding of the market. And so inventory is continuing to climb. Now, a couple of other things that translate into, I think, getting a good educated snapshot of the market is the number of houses listed. In December of 2023, 402 houses were listed. In December of 2024, 402 houses came on the market. In December of 2023, 429 houses. So it's not a big difference. It's kind of flat. It's a little lower. The median sales price for a house in 2023, December was $446,000 in Sussex County. In 2024, it's $460,000. Again, not a huge variation, but not trending down. You know, everyone's talking about, hey, when are real estate prices going to come down? And we've been talking in this market for years, and we don't think they are coming down. And that's because inventory is constrained. And that doesn't mean it's an easy market to sell, because it's not, because prices are high, mortgage rates are high, and inventory is low. And there's not a, normally if the inventory were this low, you would see prices going up. But because affordability is such an issue, the market is just sort of locked. It's really been this way since interest rates started to climb in 2022 and 2023. And what has happened is there's not as many people that can afford it. People want to be here, but the number of people that want to be here at $460,000 and can afford to be here is much smaller than just a couple of years ago, when that median price was in the low 300s before COVID. So that's an important thing. And finally, the last little snippet of data that I think we want to have is mortgage rates. In December 2023, the average mortgage rate was 7%. In December of 2024, it was 6.9%. So they're basically flat, but what they don't tell you is that the mortgage rates dropped a little bit in the late summer and then came back up towards the end of the year, and then continued to rise into January of 2025. So the bottom line is, where's the real estate market headed in Sussex County? I think we're headed for another year in 2025 that looks a lot like 2024. If interest rates start to tick down, I think you'll start to see, I don't know that you'll even see prices go up. I think you'll see inventory come in the market, and the market activity will just pick up. I think there's a lot of people that would like to sell. There's a lot of people here that would certainly like to buy. And then the question is are they financially able to do that? And as mortgage rates go down, there is an opportunity that makes the buyer pool in the market larger. So there are a number of different factors, but so this year is going to be continued to see, I think, very small price increases, if any. At the end of the year, we're going to be kind of sitting on inventory numbers and median pricing and things like that that are very similar, unless interest rates move. If they move lower, I think you'll still see you'll just see more activity. Meaning the rate of inventory will go up, and so will the rate of sales, because there's still demand to be here. There's more people that want to live and buy homes in Sussex County, Delaware than there are people that are willing to sell, and there are buyers that are willing to do it. So the bottom line, I think you're going to see some stable pricing in the market, and I think it's the same thing. You hear these mortgage folks talk about, date the rate but marry the property. And so it's not necessarily a bad time to buy, because if mortgage rates do tick down, you're going to be able to realize some affordability gains. But I don't see a lot of value opportunities in pricing this year. The stuff costs what it costs. And if you are needing or wanting to buy, that's what you're going to do, and if you can afford it or not. And so that's going to kind of be the market. Timing this market, I don't think is going to be that thing. So it's not going to be a bad real estate market. It is something of a difficult real estate market, because if you're in the market, you are constrained by the lack of inventory, and you're also probably constrained by the lack of affordability. And when those two factors hit, it's important to have an experienced agent working on your behalf. So that's the market update. If you're thinking about selling, it's not a bad time to sell, but you got to price it right. And if you're thinking about selling and you want to walk away with more money, which is the point of selling your house, we can help do that. As a local company, we have lower selling commission rates than most of the large national companies, and we can take care of you on that. If you're looking to buy, we want to assist you. We specialize in new construction, but we can help you walk through anything. With over 2 decades of local experience in the market, we want to help, and generally speaking, the sellers are going to pay our fees. So whatever you've heard about the changing buyer's agent market, it hasn't changed very much here in Sussex County, and savvy sellers are willing to pay buyer's agents because they want to get their property sold. And with so many folks coming from out of state, looking at property on your own and calling individual listing agents and all that is fine if you really know what you're doing. But if you want somebody who's been looking at this world for the last couple of decades, and you want to rent some of that experience as you walk through the process, reach out to us at Daily Daily. I'm Scott Daly for Daily Daily Real Estate. This is January 2025. Have a great day.